Did you see that fatter Bachelor appear on the Jeremy's the Quartering? Did you see that, Sith? If you haven't, you gotta check that shit out, man. Maybe I should do a review on that. Only I think if I did and I had to be brutally honest, I'd probably lose every subscriber I have, which isn't that many anyway. But they all seem to worship that guy. The fatter Bachelor? Yeah, I know he calls himself something else. You know who I'm talking about, right? You know? He's fat as fuck now, man. Lazy fucking bugger. Guess he just sits around all day. Yeah. Lost his edge. Lost a lot more than that. Integrity, if you had any. That Jeremy, the Quartering dude that's been running around for years calling red pill losers and, oh, the red pill, bunch of losers. They hate women. And he has this guy on his show because he's now trying to LARP as more right-wing conservative and rebrand himself as not the red pill. You know, I don't really identify as red pill anymore. Yeah. You're not making as many shekels as you used to there. Fatter. Fatter Bachelor. The shekels aren't coming in as much for me to build my grift retreat. Oh, excuse me, I mean men's retreat. Oh, I mean my new house. Because I never had any intention of actually building a men's retreat. I just said that so people would buy Jeremy's razors and I could win that $250,000. Yeah. Fatter Bachelor! Yay! We love him! Yeah. I don't want to identify as red pill anymore. It's become too unpopular. Nah. Mainstream media is starting to pick it up now, talk about it in a negative manner. I want to get a more mainstream following. I will not call myself red pill anymore, nor do I want to associate with the manosphere because the mainstream media is talking about them too much and in a negative manner. And I want to get more followers. I want to appear on more shows. I want to appear on the Quartering. I couldn't do that if I said I was a red pill dude. Yes, Sith. That's the guy, fatter Bachelor. Fatter than last time. He's fat as fuck. Pillsbury Doughboy. And he's been inflated to ridiculous proportions. The Michelin Man. He's about to explode. Don't poke him in the stomach. He'll go hee hee hee. I can't believe you don't know what I'm talking about. I don't call him that, Sith. He's fatter now. He's Fat Bachelor. And he's real fat, by the way. Yeah. How the hell do I know what he eats, Sith? I'm not his cook. I'm not his chef, which he probably has by now, all the money he's raking in. He's bringing in the dough, and then he's eating it. So I guess we could call him the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, you only eat good meat, no junk food. Well, that's good for you. Sith, I have no idea what he's eating. I don't have a clue. I only know that the vast majority of the red pill space actually follows this grifter. And he doesn't, he won't even identify. He's like, I don't identify with red pill manosphere anymore. They're too extreme. There are too many negative connotations. And I'm worried about branding, don't you know? As I want more followers, and I want more people in the mainstream to follow me. I don't want to be seen as some kind of lightning rod and associated with such an extreme movement. And I don't want to be seen as an extremist, and I don't want to be associated with these guys who the mainstream media are called incels and terrorists. So, I gotta, change my image. Yeah. Gotta rebrand. He goes on the Quartering of all places. That Jeremy dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like his content, but the dude is heavily anti-red pill and big-time TradCon type dude. Air Human. I don't know who that is. You know more about these guys than I do, Sith. I don't follow this space much anymore. I really don't. I don't know who that is. Human got married. Well, there you go. That's a grifter. What's this guy thinking? He's in Australia? You'd have to be out of your mind to get married in Australia. That is the feminist cat. That's one of the top 5 feminist countries out there, baby. That's super woke, man. Wow, I didn't even know who that is. Is it just Human? His name's Human? It's not too original. I mean, he is a human. But, okay. Got married. Not a brilliant move. Yeah. But Fatter Bachelor, yeah, he went on the quartering, and I think I should do a review of that tomorrow. I gotta work on my live streaming software. Yeah. I'm building a men's retreat. Oh, no, I built my house. Yeah, they built his house. He ain't built no men's retreat. You idiots out there that bought Jeremy's razors so he could win that $250,000. The dude is buying a fucking house. He's not building you a men's retreat. You think he wants you to know where he lives? I'm building me a men's retreat on my home property. No, he bought some property and he built a house on it. Where's this men's retreat? Unless he's going to be doing like Airbnb shit. I don't think he wants that either. A bunch of goofballs showing up at his house. He's fine with you people being 1,000 miles away. He don't want you showing up at his home, okay, to stay at his Airbnb, all right? Fatter Bachelor is a grifter. The dude is a fraud. What was that Jeremy's razors anyway? Wasn't that like 2 years ago? 3 years? Wasn't that like during COVID? This dude was telling people he's going to build you a men's retreat. What is a men's retreat anyway? Is it where you stay overnight? Don't you stay at a retreat overnight? What's a retreat? You're just going to be visiting there for a day? Is there going to be a fire pit in the middle of a gazebo out in the wilderness where a bunch of guys are just going to show up and park and stand around and talk and drink Bud Light? Is that his idea of a retreat? I don't know what a retreat is. Let's look up at the definition of a retreat, because I don't have a fucking clue. What's a retreat? What is a retreat? As in retreat you stay in. Okay. What is a retreat? A retreat is a romantic term for setting aside time to think, plan, ponder, bond in a remote setting. So a men's retreat would be a place to think, plan, ponder, bond with other men, I guess, in a remote setting. Wouldn't a lot of these dudes have to travel a long way? Wouldn't that mean they would have to stay somewhere, so they'd have to get a hotel, or are they going to have lodging? Is he going to do an Airbnb thing? No, he hasn't explained it. You know why he hasn't explained it? Because it's all a scam. Don't be surprised if Fatter Bachelor has a hoe. Sith, you do understand that most MGTOW are not monks, right? Like most, it's just as long as you're not marrying chicks, living with them, having kids with them, then why can't you have a hoe? They're one blowjob away from becoming simps. I don't know about that. Do you really think that lowly? I mean, do you think most men have no self-control? I mean, are you lumping me into that group, Sith? But yeah, guys, there's no men's retreat, okay? The dude is like talking about, oh, I gotta find me some land, sis. Land's expensive. You mean like the land you bought to build your house on? You could have made that the men's retreat. No. I lied about the men's retreat. I just wanted to get enough money, grift enough money to buy a house so I could get away from all you idiots that enriched me so. So many of you out there are so dumb. Well, he's entertaining. He says what I want to hear, and he's 5'6", and I'm 5'6". He's so much more like me. He's not handsome and debonair like you, realist. Yeah. I'm so handsome. Yeah. Give me a break. Used to be. Yeah. Younger. I don't look too bad. Look better than him. I still got the six-pack. I'm shredded, baby. I'm like 8-10% body fat. He's a slovenly pig now. What happened to this guy? Oh, right, he got the comfortable, right? He grifted his way right into a size XXXL. And a free house. Thanks, Jeremy's Razors, and thanks to my dumb fans who think I was going to bring them some kind of retreat. Yeah. Any of you out there ever think about the logistics of this retreat? He's going to buy some land and do what? He's going to build a gazebo, a sheet metal roof, and put a fire pit there, and maybe have a cooler full of crappy beer, maybe Modelo. What are you going to do on this retreat? Is there going to be somewhere to stay? Are you going to have to get your own hotel room close by? Where is this retreat at? Is there a hotel close by? Where are you going to live at during this retreat? Not at Better Bachelor's home, I tell you that. Fatter Bachelor, excuse me. Better. This guy is not a better bachelor, okay? He's a better grifter. He's a better con man. Going on the quartering? Get the fuck out of here. Dude hates red pill. He thinks it's some kind of ideology. It's just information, dude. That's all red pill is. What you do with it is your choice. I have me plans here in the middle of nuclear bomb. Nuclear bomb's evil. Nuclear is evil, period. Well, I don't know. I mean, nuclear can serve some good purposes. I mean, if we actually didn't have all these, wackadoos running around vilifying nuclear energy, they could power the entire world very easily. And safely. And very cleanly. And the energy would be dirt cheap. So nuclear isn't necessarily bad. It's just what you do with it. Same for the red pill. It's just information, baby. Oh, but that Jeremy at the quartering, he's like, red pill are losers, red pill dudes are incels. And Fatter Bachelor appears on the quartering. Are you kidding me? You are a grifter. You are a fraud. You are a fake. You are a phony. Well, I love the mealy mouth bullshit. The dude is like, I have to do this because if I don't, I won't be able to reach as many people. You see, yes, the fat dude, even fatter than me, if that's possible, even though I'm very fat now, and I should call myself Fatter Bachelor, not Fat Bachelor. The fat guy, Jeremy, on the curtain, yes, he hates the red pill. Yes, he's called us all incels, and that's why I don't identify as red pill anymore, because it's not popular, and I want to be more popular in mainstream. So now I have to distance myself from what paid for my house, and leave all my fans behind and betrayal of them. But, I have to be able to reach a larger audience with information that I no longer even identify with. So why are you appearing on the quartering again? Because you don't say you're red pill. Oh, but the information is the same. I just don't use the label, you see. Because the mainstream media, it's sullied the label. So that's why I don't associate with it anymore. That's all. I want to reach a broader, larger audience with the red pill. I just can't identify with it, you see. It's shameful. So I'm going to call myself something else. Even though all the information is exactly the same, and I'm going to do it. Because I want to spread the love. No, I want to spread the information. No, you want to make more money. You're not making enough money now off the simps that come to your locals bullshit and watch your movies. Your outdated crap. Movies. They're not paying enough money no more. I need more suckers. I've got this house now. I've got this new lifestyle. I got to fund it, baby. You are a fraud, you're a fake, you're a phony. Nobody ever calls this guy out because he's so big. I'm calling you out, bitch. I'm sorry, I don't buy this bullshit that, the reason that I understand if you change your language, right? I call them only freaks. I don't call them only, what girls? OF girls. I don't say the fan part. I call them only freaks. I make concessions myself. And I used to try and cut back on the cursing. Maybe I'll still continue to try and cut back on the cursing. I don't know if YouTube's so heavy on that anymore. But I do try to cut back on the cursing when I'm a little more aware and not so tired as I am now. And I try to change some of the language. But I don't say, I'm going to appear on the show of a guy that hates me. That's talked trash about me and my fans for years, which is putting more bank in his pocket, giving him more followers, introducing him to my audience, and we're just going to pretend that this fat roly-poly motherfucker hasn't been calling anybody that says the word red pill or ascribes to information as an incel loser. Let's enrich him, because it's good for the message, right? Bullshit! You're rationalizing. You're seeking to justify enriching your enemy, somebody who a week ago hated you, Oh, because it's good for the message. No, it's good for your pocketbook, bitch. Good for your wallet, fatter. That's all it is. You're a fake, you're a fraud, you're a phony, you're a charlatan. That's all you are. And these fools that bought all those fucking razors to pay for your house, well, now they feel like idiots, don't they? No, realist, we're going to cope and attack you instead for explaining it to us and showing us the truth. Because we don't want to accept the responsibility for the bad choices we made and the fact that we've been giving this guy money for years and we believed in him. We want to keep believing in him even though now he has appeared on the show of a dude that literally calls us all incels and losers. And made nice with him because that's what you do, right? That's what you do with people that hate you and ridicule you and constantly seek to poison the well and label you a loser. I know the people that hate me and call me a loser and say I'm an incel and just a big failure. I want to make friends with them and be buddies with them all the time, right? I want to put money in their pocket and put viewers on their channel and up their subscriber count and up their views and enrich them because they've been my enemy for years. And they continue to be my enemy, but I'm going to pretend they don't because now I'm getting some of that cheddar cheese too, baby. Loser. Fatter. Better? I don't think so, pal. Worse. Worser, Bachelor. But fatter sounds better because he is fat. I guess now he can't tell people to, get in shape because... Holy shit! You gotta practice what you preach, pal. So, fatter can't tell dudes to get fit no more because he's a blob. Fat fuck. Woo! Oh boy! I'm gonna hear about that one tomorrow. How dare you attack our god, realist? Fatter Bachelor, we love him! No. You've invested a lot of your time and money and how you identify as a person in this person. You associate who and what you are too closely with them. You worship them too much. Bomla Gadas says insult's not a label, it's something you are if you are celibate for many years. No, it's not. Is that the definition? So if you're celibate, it's not voluntary? I thought the in part was involuntary. What if you're celibate because you just don't want to deal with broads? And what if a chick is celibate because she just doesn't want to deal with dudes? I mean, does that make them incels or just cells? I don't know. I don't think you got it quite right, Bomla Gadaf. I mean, you might be a hedonist materialist who thinks that, no man would want to eschew sex because you wouldn't. But I think that there's plenty of people out there that are quite voluntarily celibate. Don't want to deal with broads. Don't want to deal with them. You want to deal with them, you go deal with them. But I think that is an inaccurate misrepresentation. Well, it's inaccurate, it's misrepresentation. Okay, that's redundant. That's an inaccurate representation. Yeah. I'm getting tired. I'm already tired, but he won't from me. I was tired when I started the show. Bomlagadav. Yeah, he got it wrong. He doesn't even know what it stands for. It stands for involuntary. I guess in his mind, maybe he's a young guy. I suppose in his mind, no man would ever want to not want sex because what comes with it is like a lot of drama. Of course, the older you get, the less you care about these things. So he's probably a very young guy. He only wants sex, and it makes sense. Your biological imperative is ticking. My friend, I was young once as well. And banging a lot. Sith. The biggest grifter might be Hammerhand. Nah, come on, man. He didn't appear on the quartering. Come on. No. The biggest grifter, If you're talking about sheer amount of money grifted, nah, come on. That Hammerhand dude is broke as fuck, I think. He's a poor guy. Like most guys. The fatter Bachelor, though, he's rolling in dough that you all gave him. And he's now betrayed you. If I was to steel man him, I'm pretty sure I can guess what he would say. Well, I'm not concerned about ideology or another person's beliefs. You see, my main goal is to spread the red pill as far and wide as humanly possible. Even though I don't like the red pill, or I don't associate with it, or I don't want to be associated with it because it's become too unpopular and stigmatized via the mainstream. But I want to spread it regardless, just more covertly. And you see, I can't do that if I can't appear on mainstream platforms. So yeah, this big fat roly-poly looking motherfucker has spent years calling me and you losers and incels and bums and idiots. And yeah, he's been doing that for years, but this opportunity to be on his show, which has a lot larger following than mine, it gives me the chance to spread the word that I no longer associate with because I'm all concerned about money. That's really all I care about. But I want you to think I care about you and the message. So, I'll make more money if I appear on his show, and I'll get more followers, and maybe I'll get some of these normie fence sitters to donate as well and become followers. But I can't tell you that, so I got to tell you that I want to spread the message more. So I'm going to appear on the shows of people who have pretty much made themselves our arch enemies. They have propped themselves up as being oppositional to us. This is opposition, but I think I could get some new converts, and that's my excuse for going on there. We can get more people exposed to the information that is the red pill, which is just objective reality. And in the process, I can make a lot more money, which is really what he cares about. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, I really don't care if Fatter hears about this. Who cares? Fatter Bachelor is a, grifter. So, yeah, appears in the quartering. I think I'm going to do a review. Yeah, that maybe tomorrow I'm going to review the entire live stream, all 2.5 hours of him and Jeremy from the quartering. That should be very interesting. Yeah, it'll be a watch-along party. So I think I'm going to set that up, actually. Yeah. That should be great. That should be fucking awesome. Maybe tomorrow at 10 or something. Oh, no, I got somewhere to be tomorrow. Okay, so 10:40 tomorrow. I have an appointment. Maybe at 11:30 or 12. I don't know. I'll do something, though. For sure. It should be real good. Terrence Pop. Don't get me started. That guy that had me on his show and then ignored me for 2 hours. That fucking guy has me on his show, does no research. Doesn't know anything about me, refers to me as like an egghead or something, how little he knows. And what an idiot. Yeah, that fucking guy. Why? He certainly tries to portray himself as more manly than he actually is, with all those swords on his walls that he can't use. And I've seen the guy trying to box. It looks terrible. He looks ridiculous. He doesn't know how to box. Yeah. Looks good to anybody that knows nothing on the subject. Don't get me started on that fucking guy. Of course he's a fraud. Of course. He's a fraud. I went on that show with him. I saw him. He was totally completely disinterested. Once the cameras were off, once nobody was watching, nobody was tithing, tipping, donating, he was totally completely disinterested, still ignoring me, sucking down his scotch, making his fat ass even fatter. All these guys are fat. Get fit, day and shit. You're a fat fuck. You're obviously a grifter. Why aren't you in shape, man? Fine, you don't preach that, okay. But you preach people that need to, get on their game and get to the gym, and you look like, oh, you look like an octopus. I mean, all this fucking flabby flesh falling out of your clothes. Come on, man. Who you kidding? Anyway, yeah, I'm going to call off Fatter. Fatter than the last time, the Fatter Bachelor. He looks atrocious. How do you let yourself go like that? I mean, yeah, that's not good, man. That's not good. Sith, they fled. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? What are you gonna do? Sith, you should go watch it. Go to Jeremy the Quarterine, his channel. It's very entertaining. And you'll be ready for tomorrow. It's very informative. You'll see the true face of Fatter. Danijel Petanovic. I also wondered about the fake retreat. Glad you questioned it. Yeah, where is it? So the salmon is really boring. That's because the dude is just regurgitating the same old content again and again and again and again and again. Okay? He's monotonous as fuck. And he's not very original. He's got this whole playbook. He's written it. He's refined it. He just regurgitates it in new ways. Well, he thinks they're new. Yeah, where's this retreat, yo? I want to see it. What was the first thing he bought when he got that money? He bought a plot of land. Did he build the retreat? No, he built his own house. That's what that money went toward. He told you about the retreat to sucker you in to giving him money for his house. He wasn't going to build you a retreat. Okay? He knows that most of you that donate to him are a bunch of mouth-breathing, troglodytic morons that can't think for yourselves, and you attach yourself to whatever person makes you feel good about the situation you're in at the current time. In this case, Fatter Bachelor. I'm going to build you a retreat. Do you even know the logistics behind this? How is this possible? In the middle of nowhere and somewhere remote. Well, where the fuck are you going to stay? You coming from Cleveland? You coming from Miami? You're going to jump on a plane to travel one day. You're not going to stay overnight. Who's going to travel that far? And then drive out to the middle of nowhere. Then you got to rent a fucking rental car? It's the middle of nowhere. Where are the rental cars, yo? And if it's in the middle of nowhere, it's a retreat. There's not going to be like a lot of tourist hubbub around. It's not going to be a lot of tourist traffic. Where are you going to rent the fucking car? Where are you going to find a hotel? Is this retreat going to have hotel rooms? How is this going to work? I just said the word retreat in men, and they gave me money. That's what it took. They gave me money, these suckers. It's not going to be at his house. I'm thinking to myself, this guy's got to be at his house, right? He bought the house. He says he's building it. He's, getting a retreat. I'm thinking, he's going to have the retreat at his house. But that don't make no sense. Because then people would know where he lives. He don't want people knowing where he lives. So now he's got to buy another piece of land somewhere else entirely. Is it going to be near where he lives? And if it's near where he lives, then it'll make it easy for people to find out where he lives. Does he want people knowing where he lives? I don't think so. So where's he going to build this retreat? And where the fuck are people going to stay? So I'm going to build this place where you can come and stand around I don't know, what? An outdoor grill? But you got to pay for your own hotel. And I'm just going to give you what is this? You could get this anywhere. It sounds like a park. Couldn't you do this in a public park? Why do you need a special piece of land? What is this retreat bullshit even about? Just schedule a meetup for MGTOW dudes, red pill dudes in a park. Parks have grills. Bring a grill. Half the dudes watching this guy probably have grills. What is this nonsense about a retreat? Has anybody analyzed this? It's total bunk. Why would you build land, get land, build what on it? What do you mean build a retreat? What retreat? People aren't going to be sleeping there because you're talking millions of dollars to build a B&B hotel. They're not going to be staying there. They're not going to be sleeping there. What are you talking about? A half acre with a sheet metal roof, gazebo, and a fire pit? That's not a retreat. That's the local park. Go to the park. Oh. Daniel Petanovac. That new nickname is going to stick. What do you mean, Fatter Bachelor? It might. The dude is ginormous. Did you see his face? It was insane. Literally Pillsbury Doughboy with a beard. And he ain't got that beard for fashion. It's because he's too lazy to shave. That's all that is. Fat fuck. I think he'll come up with a bunch of excuses and slowly rug pull down the idea. Of course, Danijel. He's going to come up with excuses for 2, 3, 4 more years. Then it's going to be like, I wasn't able to get a permit. The planning is just, I tried, guys. They wouldn't let me build the no walls, 4 steel pillar, metal roof with a fire pit in the middle. They said it was it's just a code violation. It couldn't be allowed. It's a fire hazard. It was just too much. I wasn't able to locate the land. Too much, guys. This just cost too much. I'm sorry. I tried. And then they'll be like, we know you tried, fatter bachelor. We know you tried so hard. Don't sweat it, man. We love you. We already paid for your house. Keep the money. It's enough. As if they could actually get it back. They didn't really give them the money via donations. A lot of them, they just bought a bunch of crappy razors to show their solidarity and contribute to a project that would never happen. I see right through this guy. That's why this guy would never talk to me. Are you kidding? Fatter bachelor? Yeah. That's why this guy doesn't platform anybody except big names, right? Notice how also this fucking guy, he'll reference big names in the manosphere space, but he'll never mention small names. If this guy was really about helping and promoting and spreading the message that is the red pill, wouldn't he be doing everything he could to platform smaller people? Yeah. But that's not what he cares about. He cares about money. Money! That's all he cares about. That's it. The Benjamins, baby. I think I did just give him a mini roast, Sith. But I'm going to do a bigger roast. My roast is going to be him on the quartering, which is laughable. Laughable! It's insanity! Seth, I think he has a caravan, too. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. In addition to a house? Isn't that his bus? Didn't he buy a bus and fix up a bus? Is that what he did? He has a bus caravan, yeah. With internet. Damn. You guys are really giving him a lot of money. Why? If I had that kind of money, I would spend all day talking to small channels. If I had in one lump sum, it'd take a while to earn $250,000. But if I got like $250,000 in one lump sum, yeah, I'd probably buy a house somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, right? Get my satellite internet. Then I'd have a bunch left over, and I would do nothing but spread the message and do everything I could to promote smaller content creators. Not bigger ones. They're big. They don't need my help. No. You need more voices in the space. It's that simple. No, what does he do? He buys a van and turns it into a house. And then buys a house and builds a house. This guy didn't just buy a house, he built a house. Yes, if converting a bus into a caravan can go into $80,000 US. But nobody wants to call this guy out. Why does nobody want to call this guy out? Because they all want they want his favor? Because he's so big? I don't give a fuck. I'll go after you. I don't care. This is the mistake that Fatter made. Thinking he's untouchable. He's untouchable to the big names, but not small little nobodies like me. But I actually have some reach. Because I used to be pretty big in the space before, I got the platform back in 2017. But you, Fatter, you're relatively new to the scene, baby. I love how he pretended that. Remember, he did make one video where he made reference to me because he's talking about that broad that made reference to me, so he couldn't help but make reference to me. He had to. But he didn't reference what my original name was. And he tried to pretend like he didn't know who I was. Yeah, right. Sure, buddy. Sure, okay, pal. Yeah. He might not. I think this fucking guy, I think he's all about graphs and statistics and figures. What is going to make me the most money, and research and polling and audience stats, age groups, and studying what subjects get the most views. I think this guy just sat down one day and, he got some positive replies to something off the cuff he said. And he's like, that got an interesting reply. So let me double down a bit and I'll talk a little bit more about that. And that got more. And then he did more of that. And then he discovered the red pill, the manosphere, and it aligned heavily with what he was doing. So he's like, hey, this is a good grift. So I'm just going to hit on these talking points. And whether or not I believe them, I'm going to make a ton of money. I think it's just 100% opportunity for this guy. He's just an opportunist. That's all he is. That is my belief. I think he's fake. I think he's a fraud. I think he's a phony. I don't think he's in any way... how much of what he says does he believe? It's hard to say. I mean, we've already seen that he's a liar. We already know that he'll lie to make money, right? I.e. his retreat. Anybody know what year that was? I mean, what is it now? 3 years? 4 years? Anyway, I got to save my energy because I'm going to do this very soon. Yeah. Fatter doesn't believe in anything but money. It could be, Sith. We're going to see. I didn't really watch it. I saw snippets. Sith says I even think he could be married. I don't think so. But he has been married, but that was when he was younger. So what I'm going to do, within the next couple of days, I'm going to do a review of Fatter. I'm not going to call him better because he's not better at all. And I am going to do a full review. So the live stream was 2.5 hours. It's probably going to be 5 hours of roasting this fat fuck. Because he's a total scam. All I can do is look at your actions, Fatter. All I can look at the promises that you've made, the grifting you've obviously done, what you spent the money on, which you said was going to go to a so-called men's retreat, which is patently absurd when you just look at the cost of something like that and the logistics of it. It's not even possible. It makes no sense. This promise was fake, which makes you more likely to be fake, and you appeared on the quartering. The quartering! Of course he won't address it, Sith. Of course not. Come on, get real. This guy? No, he's not gonna... come on. He wants to stay as far away from discussing that mythological unicorn retreat as humanly possible. He does not want to go near that, all right? That's never going to materialize. It's never going to happen. But enough time hasn't passed yet. And, he'll wait another 4 or 5 years, and then he's going to come up with this whole narrative, if anybody calls him on it, about how much work and time and effort he put in, but he just couldn't get it done. Zoning this, regulations that. I just couldn't find the land. Where does he live again? What state? I mean, I could find the land right now. I'll go in and do some research. I'll find a 1 acre plot of land that's affordable. Will he buy it? Of course not. I didn't grift this money out of you to go buy some land for you to drink beer, talk about men's issues. I worked very hard to get you to buy those razors so I would win $250,000. Yeah. Okay, pal. Sure. Whatever. So I'm going to go, guys. Check back. I'm going to schedule it because I don't know tomorrow because I have something at 10:40 and I don't know how I'm going to feel and I don't know what my schedule is going to be like. But it's going to be a day within the next few days. I just don't know when. But when I know, I'm going to schedule it on my channel. So you just have to, how does that work? I don't know. I guess you go to my channel and you'll see the scheduled live stream. So check back every day for the next few days. It's going to be a good fucking roast of this fraud. We need to kick some people out. We need some gatekeeping, motherfuckers. We need to have some goddamn motherfucking gatekeeping inside the manosphere. We don't need people like this fucking guy who is fraternizing with the enemy, who is doing everything he can to make as much money as possible without caring about the people that follow and support him. It's totally, completely disrespectful that this fat fuck would go on the quartering when he's supposedly representing the red pill, when he's supposedly representing the manosphere. This fucking guy has got to go. He's got to go. And the sooner somebody calls his fat ass out, the better. Now, why am I harping on him being fat? Because this fucking guy has been telling guys to get in shape for years, and he's a blob! Don't tell me to get in shape when you look like the Michelin Man, okay? Chunky? Fatter? System that says, not only razors, but also his donations to the retreat. Are there donations for that? Or are you saying there's a special category of donation for this retreat? No. I mean, he just gets donations for general things, right? I mean, he's promised the retreat is like a carrot, and that's all it is. But he doesn't actually call it donations for the retreat, does he? Wow. If he's doing that, this guy is even a bigger grifter than I thought. Ugh. Unbelievable. You people out there, you got to wake up and stop being so cultish in your thinking and following these authority figures around. Fatter Bachelor is no such. I mean, fatter, he's definitely that. He's a fatter Bachelor, for sure. But he is no such thing as an advocate for men. No way. Well, just because I'm ripping you all off, I'm still spreading the message effectively. That's all that matters, right? Being genuine and authentic isn't important. I mean, are people really okay with somebody being a fraud? Isn't that kind of similar to an ends justify the means mentality? Yeah, I'm a fake, I'm a fraud, I'm a phony, but hey, I'm getting the job done, right? Have you no integrity? And have I no integrity to support you, knowing you're a fake? Yeah, so winning is everything, huh? Yeah. How are we going to win with somebody like this? Leading. We can't. We won't. All right, guys, that's it. That's it for this show. Maybe I'll go through this. Maybe there's some good snippets here. I don't know. But anyway, be on the lookout for that announcement. Because I am going to demolish this fat fuck. Anyhow, I am the Bachelor Philosopher, also known as the Realist, and I will wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.